Heyo everybody, Haku here with my review for One Piece anime episode 813, I believe is this week's. And the One Piece anime is still really on a roll. It's still doing so well. I talked about it when it happened, sort of, even a little bit before we got the new opening, where it slowly started to get better and better each week. And then around the time of the new opening, it just jumped in quality and has continued to build and be very good. Ever since around the Cracker fight, I found myself enjoying the episodes more and getting more and more excited for the next episode, until at this point, I'm loving One Piece, and the feeling comes and goes depending on where we are in the story and how it's being adapted. But this is one of those parts in the story, and it's being adapted so well that I'm enjoying this as much and thinking that it's just as good as a lot of the series that I'm watching that are short-running series, only 12-episode series. And for a long-running series to be doing as well as some of my favorite short-running series of the season is pretty incredible. One Piece is doing great right now. I'm absolutely in love with this arc. And in the manga, I was very critical through most of this arc, and now, both because it is kept improving and I've noticed things that I took for granted before in the manga, and because of how good the anime has been adapting it, it's quickly becoming one of my favorite arcs. So yeah, and I did not at all think that an arc about Big Mom's crew missing some of my absolute favorite characters in the series, like Zoro and Robin and Frankie and Usopp, who are, they're actually four of my top favorite characters. To see them not being in the arc either, I'm super surprised that I love it as much as I do, but this arc is really, really good. And the anime continued on being good. I have no complaints and a lot of praises. So let's go ahead and start discussing different parts of this. One thing I liked that I saw in the recap was the chateau map they used. I didn't think we were ever really told specifically in the manga the layout of the chateau, so to see it in the anime just as the quick layout at the beginning, like they do for most arcs, to see just this outline and where all the different characters are, I thought it was really, really cool. Then at the beginning, Luffy challenges Big Mom. Of course, the recap is short. The recap has been great lately. Luffy challenges Big Mom, but Big Mom laughs him off and says, "You're just a lowly little pirate. You're not worth it. My crew could kill you if they wanted to without needing me. My crew doesn't need me. Look at these people in front of you right now," and they flash over to Galette and Montdor and Opera and all them. They're like, "You're chained up right now because they beat you." Of course, Luffy was already kind of tired from Sanji beating him up, but beside the point, to her at least, she was like, "They've already beaten you. They could kill you right now while you're tied up if they wanted to. You've lost." And I kind of like that. I like that Big Mom put Luffy in his place, because Luffy's a great main character and he has a lot of growing to do, and he's done a lot of growing through the series, but he has so much more to do before he can really be considered Yonko level. So I love this, how she's like, "This is a different level, kid. This is what a Yonko's crew is like." But she does offer to free Luffy if he gives up and just leaves. So she kind of offered to go along with what Sanji's deal was, but of course Luffy's not accepting that. Hell no. He's going to save Sanji and all that. She also brings up that, "Hey, you remember when you gave us all that treasure from Fishman Island? Well, I found the Tamate box in there." And the Tamate box, if you don't remember, is Luffy put a bomb in it, or somebody put a bomb in it. So yeah, it's rigged to explode. So yeah, there's the Tamate box, and she says she's going to open it at the wedding. Luffy then asks to see Pudding and says that she's his friend. They all laugh that off. Big Mom says that she heard Nami killed Lola. Nami says, "No, of course not. We're friends. We're like sisters. That was a sign of our friendship, that Viva card." So Big Mom gets really pissed off and says, "Man, I wish you would just killed her. Or you would at least need to tell me where she is so I can send out the assassins. I have been tracking her down, looking for her, trying to kill her for so long." So we find out that even though she's her daughter, and Lola was naive enough to think, oh, go take this Viva card to her and she'll help you, Big Mom has been trying to hunt down and kill Lola the entire time. We find out the reason why is that Lola ran from the biggest political marriage. Just, that's the way she describes it, the biggest political marriage. And Big Mom makes the claim, we don't know if this is true or not, but she makes the claim that she would be Pirate King already if she had the power through that marriage. So, yeah, that's such a huge importance and such a big reveal for the anime here, where if you're an anime-only watcher and years ago you remember seeing the arc with Lola and all that, and now here you are finding out that she is so important, that she is the reason that Big Mom isn't Pirate King already, because she would have already beaten the other Yonko if it wasn't for Lola. She also says that she's going to force the location of Lola out of Nami. Luffy gets pissed off and gives a good little, I don't even want to call it a speech because it wasn't that long, but he pretty much gets pissed off and says, Lola ran away, you're not the Pirate King, that's the way things are, but we'll have the last laugh, we'll get Sanji back. So it was cool. It's good seeing when there's like, yeah, because Luffy acts silly, but he also has really smart moments, and I like when he has those moments, but I like when he has the righteous anger moments too, where there is some sort of moral at stake, and because of that, he gets pissed off, not losing his cool kind of pissed off, but pissed off in a positive way, sort of like here, motivated to take down Big Mom even more now. Sanji is still in his room thinking of his friends. I thought it was great how we checked in on him here and there. We just check on him quickly at that point in the episode, so I'll get back to him later when it goes back to him for a better scene with that. We see Pedro eliminating guards throughout the floor, and because of that, guards are being drawn away more and more while he's just ambushing them at different points throughout the floor to draw more and more away from the treasure room. Then Smoothie gets up so her and Tamago can walk out, and Smoothie's posture, what the fuck was that? Her back was like broken kind of art. Like, how did she walk with that sort of position? Like her leg position too. Like, when they show the side profile shot of her and Tamago walking, I was like so confused at how she even walks with that crazy ass posture. So I was like, that is just really weird. I don't know if it was just one set of awkward animation or if that's just how she's supposed to look, but yeah, that was really weird. I just noticed it and I was like, I thought it looked so weird. So Smoothie and Tamago get drawn outside. Sanji, we cut back to him, and I like this, where he's lighting his cigarette, he's smoking like way more furiously than we've ever seen him smoke before, and he's just stressing out, completely going into a panic over trying to figure out how to keep everyone alive. He's like, okay, if I do this, I'm going to be sad and all my crew is going to be sad, but at least they get to stay alive. If I go along with this, the people at the Brigatier will be safe. And he's like going through all of his different options, finding a way for everyone to stay alive, even if not everyone likes it. So I just thought that was so cool, seeing him stress out and seeing him understand the gravity of this situation and all that, and then go from that to him being like, I can't show myself in this state, in this panicked or sad state in front of Pudding, because she's been kind to me. She's trying to make this wedding into something that isn't hell. She's kind of been on my side even though I'm struggling through this, and if she's the only person in this place other than my crew who needs to get out of here and stay alive, if she's the only person that's going to be in my life in this place that's on my side, I can't let her see me being all down and stressed out. So he kind of forces himself into being the happy pervert cook again. So again, I really like that for Sanji's character, where he has all of these flaws and these worries, but he's not letting it show for the sake of the people he's trying to save and protect. Pudding then gets told about the Viva card Nami has, and she has flashbacks to a bunch of memories of Lola, and I really like the way that scene was done, the music they played, and Pudding just walking out into the rain and all that. I thought it was really good. We then see Angles, which is some small child of Big Mom's. He goes in there to warn the crew in the library about Pedro and what all is happening. Perospero says, you know, it'll be fine. They got Smoothie and Baron Tamago. Between the two of them, whoever the intruder is, it's not even a problem. And then Montdor says, yeah, but we should be a little bit worried about if Mama finds out. We got to keep her mood up for the wedding tomorrow, so it's going to be trouble for everyone if Big Mom finds out about the intruder. Then we have a musical number with Big Mom, and I thought this was really, really good because these in general have been great. All the musical numbers for this arc, because they're different from normal One Piece, they fit the arc really well. But I think what's been good about them is A, the music has actually been good. It just hasn't been bad music thrown into the show because they need to have a musical number. The music's been actually good. And B, it doesn't feel awkward or forced in there. It actually fits really well, and I think that has to do with it being good, because if it was bad, I think it would maybe feel awkward. But you know what I mean? If you have a show and then they have a musical number and you're like, oh, that was weird, that felt really awkward. I haven't gotten that feeling at all for any of the ones that have been in One Piece this arc, so that's definitely good. Big Mom gets pissed off, though, because she hears the news of an intruder, so Montdor just said that would be bad, and now it is. Now it's bad. Big Mom knows there's an intruder. Pedro then goes around throwing everything into disarray. There are just guards taken out all over the place. All the ones who aren't taken out are running in all kinds of different directions trying to find him. And he's just taken their little strong phalanx where they had just tons of guards right there in and outside of the door to the treasure room, and he's dispersed them a bunch. So that's really good, and most importantly, he's drawn the leaders, Commander Smoothie and Baron Tamago, out of the treasure room itself. So then at the very end, Brook draws a sword and says, okay, now I'm prepared. So I like that. So yeah, pretty much then we have the promo for next episode, and man, I'm really ready for next episode. I'm so excited. And for the rest of the arc, because I'm not going to get into any spoilers, of course, but I love this part of the story with Brook and Pedro and their little sort of plan that they're going through right now. I love what's going to happen with Chopper and Carrot and their plan. Whenever we get back into that, what's going to happen with Nami and Luffy. There is not a single part of the story right now that I'm not excited for. Not a single branch of what's going on. And from here, the arc continues to be good and introduce different things and do different things that I think are great. So I'm not going to spoil any of it, but I think from here on out, I'm so excited for what comes next. Especially in the short term, the long term too, but the short term, the next few episodes I think are going to be really good. So yeah, thoughts as a whole for this episode. Animation was still up a lot. The production quality was great. I thought that a lot of the scenes were incredibly well done, and that in general, the way we jumped around, the way we dealt with all these different characters, it was just adapted from the manga super, super well. I love the character work we had, like for Sanji. Sanji is the big one. The stuff between Luffy and Big Mom, and seeing Nami and her relationship with Lola, and seeing how important Lola is, the importance of her in the grand scheme of the series, in that she's the one that made it so that Big Mom right now isn't Pirate King already. It's just so cool how things that were sort of not really super important back then show their true importance later on. Also, there was tons of content, tons of stuff that was just stuffed into the episode. But yeah, really good Luffy character work, great Sanji character work. We even got good stuff for Pudding there, where we had those flashbacks and stuff. Great scene. So yeah, as a score, I really like this one. I don't think it was super strong and emotional enough for me to give it like a 9.5 or a 10. But I even wanted to give it more than a 9 because I thought this was really, really good. So I'm actually giving it 9.25 political marriages out of 10. I feel like I go through spells where, I don't know, I guess it is just the ebb and flow of how good the show is and how well they're doing adapting certain things, because I feel like for a while I'll go and the average for me for my One Piece reviews will be like a 7 or something, but I would say if you take my past like 5 reviews, my average is probably like an 8.5 or a 9. Like, One Piece has been so good lately, and I'm just super happy about it, because it's been one of my favorite shows for years and years. So I'm always happy when it can prove a cynical old fan like me wrong and put out really good content. So yep, I loved it. 9.25 out of 10. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like if you did like the video. Comment on there to tell me what you thought of this episode, what you thought of my thoughts on it. Subscribe for more One Piece, both anime and manga. Tons of other things on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. I can try to keep you updated there and stuff for the channel, or talk to you there. And if you want a link to our Discord server so you can talk there with me and the rest of us, just ask and I'll give you a link. So that's it. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.